Welcome to another episode. I'm Brian, the Unskilled Commander. And this is match 2 of Best of, which, if you remember from the first match, these 4 decks ended up winning 2 out of 3 within their respective playtests in prior episodes. So I thought it'd be interesting to go ahead and pit them against themselves and see which one out of the 4 of these can win, and if any of these end up winning best 2 out of 3. So last game with this matchup did run long, unfortunately. It was almost 2 hours, so we're going to try and see if we can go a little faster this time. I hope we can. So let's just jump right in. Spot number 2, Ramos, the legendary deck, is first, so we're going to draw a card. And I'm going to go ahead and play a Crumbling Necropolis, comes in tapped, pass. Draw a card. That's going to be a really good card for this deck. I'm going to play a Forest and pass. Draw a card. Forest. Pass. Let's see if we can do another Forest and pass, can we? We can. Forest. Yep, pass. Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to go ahead and play Mystic Monastery, comes in tapped, and I'm going to tap the Crumbling Necropolis for a Soul Ring. I do not have any 2-drops, so I will pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Mountain for turn. No 2-drops, so I will pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to play an island, balancing out the color scheme for this deck. Once more, no 2-drops, pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a swamp for turn. This time, nope, don't want to do that just yet, so no 2-drops, pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a mountain for turn. Now, what do we have that we can play right now? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are my colors? I don't have those colors, not pleasant. Okay, can't do anything, pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Going to play a swamp for turn, then tap 3 to equip, well, not equip, but Gift of Paradise, the enchantment aura, onto this land. So when it comes in, I gain 3 life. And now this land can tap for 2 of any one color. That's all I can do right now. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Do I have any 3-drops? Wow, I don't have any 3-drops over here. Okay. Play an island. I mean, a forest, clearly. And then, yeah, unfortunately, pass. Come on, guys. We're going slow already. Draw. Untap. Swamp for turn. Tapping all 3 to play Chatterfang. First creature on the deck and first commander. I think that's exactly what happened last time. He was the first on both of those counts. Pass turn, because he does not have haste. We're going to go ahead and play Temple of the False Gods, which is... oh, no, we're not, because that's 5 or more. So might as well play a Plains for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will go ahead, tap all 6 of that mana for Ramos, Dragon Engine. All right, but no haste, so we'll pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Well, we're going to go ahead and tap this for 2 green, and then 2 others to play Go Shintai. 3rd commander on the board, which also makes a shrine token. Nothing else we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pass turn. All right. Unfortunately, there's no way we can play a Isi on this turn. No. Dang, son. I guess we'll play Blighted Woodlands because that'll help us ramp on the next turn. Pass. Untap. Upkeep, draw. going to play another swamp for turn. Now, what do I have? That is 4. Yes, that's definitely something I want. Green and 3 others for Parallel Lives. You guys haven't seen this card come up in this deck yet. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many tokens instead. This is actually a gift from a friend. They had a few extra, and they're like, hey, this would go perfect in your Chatterfang deck. And I was like, that's amazing, thank you. Because that's like 30, 40, maybe even more, maybe even like $50 card. So it's very, all of those, like Doubling Season, Parallel Lives, and I think there's one other in the trinity of doubling tokens and doubling counters, and they're all like $30, $40 each minimum. All right, so I can attack with Chatterfang. Well, no point in swinging either of those, although he does have Forest Walk, so I can hit Shrines, and Shrines won the last game, but you are not supposed to carry over grudges from past games because they're brand new games. No one is really a threat yet. I'm going to pass because, I can swing in there for 3, okay, but then I leave myself open, whatever. Pass turn. Untap all of this, draw. Now I will play Temple of the False Gods, which is online, tapping for an extra 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total mana. Wow. But can I play that? I cannot because I do not have access to green right now. That is very unfortunate. But I can play this. So black, white, and one other for combo. Console of Allocation. 2, 3. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life and I gain 2 life. We're going to go ahead. Actually, we'll grab one of these spin downs. He has 2 different colors in his mana cost, so that will put 2 counters on Ramos. Now, the tricky part is I got to remember this on all these other turns, which, you know me, that's not going to happen, but we'll try. Passing turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Okay, we've got ourselves another land. A lot of good cards, let's see. Tap this for 2 green and another green for Rogrin Crystal. Then we will tap these 2. Well, I guess I could do that first, huh? Well, gosh golly. Actually, we're not going to do that. Simply because we need to try and play this smart. 3 green total plus 1 more to play Eidolon of Blossoms. 2/2. Whenever Eidolon of Blossoms or another enchantment enters the battlefield, draw a card. So I get to draw a card right there. That is a creature card, so it doesn't trigger combo. I did play a land, so that'll be next turn. But it's just good to get these out because now I can start playing a bunch of different enchantments while drawing cards. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to play an island for turn that only gives us 5 mana. Well, yeah, I guess we will do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Spore Mound. 3/3, so it's a creature, doesn't trigger that. And Landfall, when a land enters the battlefield, you make a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. I'm kind of annoyed because I know, we saw that last game, and there's 99 cards in these decks. It'd be nice to see fresh cards instead of seeing the same ones over and over again. But that's how Magic is. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Evolving Wilds for turn. Let's see. Let's start by cracking Evolving Wilds for another forest because we definitely need more green on the field. That's one of the things holding us back right now for this because we have, 4 mana. That could have been 5 if I had just had a forest or something. Unfortunately, it was not. but you get the idea. We need more forests. If you have green in your deck, you always want lots of forests on the field. Almost always, I suppose. So we're going to do this. This is going to be a non-creature spell, so we will take 2 damage, down to 38, while this character over here gains 2 life up to 42. But we're going to play Verdant Command. Choose 2. Target player creates 2 tapped 1/1 green scroll tokens. Counter target loyalty ability. Exile target card from a graveyard. Target player gains 3 life. Well, I'm going to choose gain 3 life. So I gain that life I lost right back, +1. And we're going to make 2 tapped 1/1 scroll tokens. Now, the way we're going to have to do this is I need to, I believe the right way to do it is that I'm making 2 scroll tokens, right? Ooh, that's interesting. But anyway, an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control. It creates twice that many. So Verdant Command makes 4 tokens, squirrel tokens, off of Parallel Lives. So it helps make that. Now this says if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel tokens are created. So that means, we're just going to make this simple. I make 2 squirrel tokens, they get doubled by Parallel Lives into 4. Then Chatterfang sees 4 tokens come into play. I make another 4 tokens. Now, the question, my dear friends, is, does that once more double off of Parallel Lives? Because it is, if an effect would create 1 or more tokens, that creates double. So I believe so. So it's making 4 because it's making squirrels off of the tokens that just came in, but Parallel Life sees this new batch of tokens being made and doubles them. So it should be 8. That is gross and crazy. Now, I apologize if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments. I can try and look it up, but let's be honest, I always forget whenever I say, oh, I need to look that up, the rules. Come on, man. I got other things I want to do, like video games and go hang out with friends and watch some TV and go to work, so I don't really remember to look these up, but I'll try. But as I said, you can tell me in the comments and just cite the source off of like Wizards of the Coast, rules and say, oh no, Brian, you screwed that up. However, I believe this is probably, with Parallel Lives out, unless we can blow up an enchantment, that may very well give Squirrels the edge in this game. But then again, I say that kind of crap all the time with these decks. It's like, oh, this has got the edge, and then, an hour later, it's a completely different landscape. So, whatever. There's no point in guessing. Once more, I'm not going to bother swinging with Chatterfang just yet, so we'll pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Do I have any new lands? I kind of do, so what can I play? Well, unfortunately, I can't play that, but I can... really? Man, I don't... Well, I guess I can't play that. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have enough, thank goodness. It's a card that we saw in the last game, and just like, it's like... I have 2 cards in my hand, actually, that were in the end of the last game for Legendary, and it's just annoying. It's like, well... What's the fun of watching these if it's just going to be the same cards again and again? You're not going to get anything out of it. I'm not going to get anything out of it because I'm not going to see different functions of the deck. Unfortunately, I don't have any other options to do anything because of my mana colors right now. So I will play Dimir Aqueduct, bouncing the mountain back to my hand. And that's all I can really do. I can, of course, swing in the air at somebody for 6 commander damage, and I assume that this is probably a good time to start that. So 6 over here, taking us down to 35. And we're going to have 6 commander damage off of that, simply because already with Parallel Lives, we got ourselves, and I guess I don't really need to have that separated, but anymore, rather. So that's 12 scroll tokens, and we're only on turn like 5 or 6. That's a lot. If I get any kind of boost spells out there, buff spells, it's going to be a lot. So yeah, we're going to have to start attacking there. Pass turn. Now let's see if Shrines can get going, because we have some good cards here. I will go ahead and play a Plains for turn. Ooh, that's gross. That could be a good thing at some point if we need it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana to play with. And I've got some draw spells and such. I believe we're going to go ahead and play two things. We're going to play tap 2 to now play Sanctum of Stonefangs. That is a enchantment that enters the battlefield, so I draw a card. Beginning of my pre-combat main phase, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. Also, because a shrine came in, I do make another shrine token. So that's going to be fun. I don't have any other shrines. Well, I kind of do, but that's going to have to wait. Though I suppose I should have played that now, but it's fine, whatever. Let's go ahead. We're going to tap this for 2 blue and 1 other to play Propaganda. Once again, a card you saw before, regrettably, but whatever. An enchantment enters the battlefield, so I draw a card off of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have to discard. But no one can attack me unless they pay 2 per creature. So that shall hopefully buy a little time, especially off the, you can't swing 12 friggin' squirrels at me. So that's at least something. But that's everything over here. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. So we're gonna have to tap 4 and crack this. I know it's better to do it later, but we're gonna do that. And they are 2 basic lands. They do not have to share a type. So I will get 1 of each to keep the balance of the force over here. Maybe because, okay, there we go. Shuffle real quick. And so now we have 2 land drop triggers off of Spore Mound. So I will get 2 1/1. I know that's not quite a 1/1 sapling, but whatever. Come on, it's Unskilled Commander. We are bare bonesing it. We are no, some wrong tokens, no special effects, no editing. This is it, boys and girls. This is what you get. Now, I will also play Simic Growth Chamber, bouncing this forest back to my hand. To just make sure we have plenty of mana to cast the commander and maybe even something else next turn, possibly. Doubtful, but maybe. At least now I have some blockers, so we're good there. Gonna go ahead and pass turn. All right, Squirrels, let's see what you can do. Draw a card for turn. Really, again, with more things we've already seen. I'm going to play a Swamp for turn. Now here's the problem, is I don't want to not play it because you've already seen it last game, but because it's probably a smart move. But also, I could play those 2, or I could play a 1. Yeah, I guess we should go with... ooh, did I play anything? No, I cracked all I did was do that, okay. No extra... But I did over there, didn't I? Hang on, sorry. I played 2 non-creature spells, so that means I lost 4 life, down to 39. And 4 life gained over here, up to 46. So that's definitely a thing to be concerned about. And we're just going to help that situation, unfortunately. But I kind of need to. So we're going to tap a green and 2 others to play the legendary enchantment Cloakwood Hermit. Commander creatures you own have at the beginning of your end step, if a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere, create 2 tapped 1/1 squirrel creature tokens. A creature card. So it means if the tokens die, it won't trigger, but if I have an actual creature on the field, it will. Then I will tap 2 and a green to play Chitter Spitter, which you guys have seen before. I can't do anything with it right now because I don't have any open mana. That is 2 non-creature spells. I will lose 4 life down to 31. You will gain another 4 up to 50. That's not looking too good there. It's a lot of health to guard with. And there's not any real point in doing anything. So we're going to... Well, I mean, I do have 12 1/1s. Can't go there because of propaganda. And 40 and 50 life. Landfall's not looking concerning. And this isn't really concerning. It's not, it's not a threat, but Combo is gaining a lot of life and doing a lot of damage just because. Now, if we look at our hand, we do still have we have 3 cards, one of which is a creature, the others are not, so they will be more life gain. And dragons did smack me, so yeah, he's got flying anyway. We'll leave ourselves open, but I don't know. At this stage in the game, we're not really sure that many people are going to attack us. We're going to go out. Why not? 3/3 and 12 1/1s. Now, I don't want to block, because if I block Chatterfang, Combo will die, and then I lose that life gain, which I may need. Well, I'm going to need after this. So I'm going to block one of the 1/1s. That would kill that down to 11. So 11, so 14 damage. 10 of it goes back to 40, and then 4 down to 36. All in all, not a it's like a drastic hit, but in terms of life totals, it's not that big a deal. And of course, like I said, we can swing back. We're going to pass. There's no end step stuff. I mean, this one end step. In fact, let me put this on here to remember that I have upkeep and end triggers. However, nothing went to the graveyard, so we're fine. Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. Still not really the colors I need. In fact, really not the color. I'm missing one of the main colors. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh, I don't want to play it just because it's like, all right, you got to. 2 blue and then just tapping everything else for 10 total. You probably know what it is. Jin Cataxis. Oh, like we didn't see that last game. So we're going to go to combat. I don't have any counterspells in hands, I believe. So we're going to swing both of these over at you because you are defenseless and you hit us. Actually, this is going to go up by 1 because that's blue. There's 1 blue color in there. Well, there's 1 color in Jin Cataxis. So that is a 7 commander damage and another 2 from Combo. So 9 damage total. 21 would be 10 damage, so 22. But unfortunately, another 7. That is 13 commander damage. Not looking too good for Chatterfang. Now we move to our end step. We have to draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow, still not the colors I need. Although, wow, yeah, even with these mana rocks, I don't have the colors I need. That's upsetting. Let's see. Definitely need that. We'll keep that because I can play it at least. That's actually, that'll get around the color fixing, so that's actually probably something we need to keep. Keep that then. Keep that. So wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can keep 2 more. Well, yeah, obviously we want to keep the answer, don't we? And I guess we'll keep Eerie Ultimatum. I hate to get rid of like all these lands and mana rocks, but we do have quite a bit of mana with Temple of the False Gods and Soul Ring out, plus Dimir Aqueduct, so we're probably good there. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep triggers. Do I have upkeep triggers? I do not, but I have a pre-combat main phase trigger, so we'll just toss this on there just so I know it. Untap, upkeep, draw. Then at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where, let's see. Oh, each opponent loses X life. Whoa. And I gain X life where X number. So I gain 4 life up to 43. That's awesome. But everyone else takes 4 damage. 32, down to 32. That's awesome. 36. Ooh, down to 18 for the Squirrels. Dangerous over there. Let's see. I have to go with the power moves at this point, especially with Jin-Gitaxias on the field. We can't risk getting rid of this. Black, white, red, green, tapping this for 2 blue with 1 blue floating. Sanctum of All. Basically, that's all we're going to need at this point for this deck until someone enchantment removals it. Ooh, that's a good point. No, I don't have that in here. Okay. I am going to unfortunately get rid of quite a few good enchantments, unfortunately. I didn't play a land for turn, correct? Because I had those 2 and then I tapped, yeah, right? I'm going to Terramorphic Expanse, and we'll go ahead and get a swamp, or island, just so I have all the colors ready. And not have to worry about, like, using the doubles when I don't need it. Now, this is an extremely important upkeep trigger, which I absolutely love this card. You know, it owns. As long as no one blows it up, it is like practically a game winner. Long term, not instantly, of course. But it just says, at the upkeep, you may search your library or graveyard for a shrine card and put it straight on the battlefield. And if you search your library, shuffle it, and then if an ability of a shrine you control would trigger while you have 6 or more shrines, it triggers twice. We've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All I got to do is, when that happens, because this is upkeep, so I'll get a shrine, put it on, make a shrine token. That'll be over 7 shrines. When a Sanctum of Stonefangs hits on pre-combat, now everybody's going to lose double shrine life. That's huge. I love it. And I'll gain double. Now let's see if it lasts. I don't remember what everyone has in their hands, so we'll see. But I'm not going to... Oh, I played a enchantment. I will draw a card, which is actually sad because it's all going to go bye-bye. So that's actually not helpful at this moment. It'll be helpful next turn if I grab one. But I have to move to my end step, and my hand size goes down by 7. Thanks, Jin-Gitaxias, you jerk. And pass turn. Untap. Upkeep, draw. I'm going to go ahead and tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we're going to need some power here. Aisi comes out. I'm going to play a forest for turn. Going to make another plant token, and I'm going to draw a card. I do have another land, thank goodness. Second land for turn is an island. Going to make another token and draw another card. Now, unfortunately, once again, the card draw thing is bad because thanks to Jin-Gitaxias, they're about to go away. Unfortunately, this is the best thing I can do. It's not a bad card, but again, we've seen it before. Scoot Swarm, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Full grip has to go away. Not cool. But yeah, end step, discard, pass turn. Untap, upkeep. I do have an upkeep trigger, I believe. At your upkeep, you may sacrifice a token. I will, in order to put a counter on Chitter Spitter. So now all of my squirrels have +2, getting +1/+1, sorry. All right, draw a card for turn. Well, we definitely want to fire this off right now. Yes, we could probably still do this. All right, tapping, yes, you're right. Combo. I played Sanctum, so that means I lose 2, down to 41, sorry. And this character gains 2 up to 34. Over here, we played land, drew land, and then that. So that's okay. All right, so now we're playing really cool Cultivate, which will hit us for 2 down to 16. Not good. This goes up by another 2 to 36. Not good. Oops. Then I go get... shoot, did I play a land? I don't think I did. Did I? Darn it, I don't remember. Hey guys, did I play a land this turn? Unfortunately, that's not the way this works. We'll put a swamp onto the battlefield tapped. Actually, no. We what have I been saying, huh? Forest on the battlefield tapped, and then a forest into my hand. Shuffle library. And I don't think I played a land, because all I know is I drew into the Cultivate, and then was like, okay, cool, I can play Cultivate, and started looking at my hand to see what I could play. So I will play the forest for turn, which allows me to do this, because now I have 2 green and 1 more for Gaia's Anthem. Regrettably, I do take another hit for 2 damage, and you go up by 2 to 38, so it's making this play harder. But it's needed, because now creatures I control get +1. So now all of my creatures are essentially getting +2/+2 currently. I did not make any tokens of any kind. So we're going to go to combat. So we need to. We need to strike while the iron's hot, as it were. This is now 30 damage, and this is now 5/5. Yeah, we're not going to swing that because Jing Taxis can block that. So here is 10 3/3s, my friend. Suck on that. Well, I'm going to block one of your 3/3s with my 5/4, so it dies. Yeah, fair. But 9 get through, so it would have been 30 damage minus 3, so it's 27 damage. 7 off of the 8 is 1, and 20 is, so 11. We are at 11 damage. Right? 28. Or 27, rather. Yeah. Wow, that brung them low. Not enough. That's, well, we'll see what happens with shrines ticking in there. I have no end step triggers, so we're going to go ahead and pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. At least this game is moving smoother and a little quicker. I do like that. Well, we're going to play this. Let's see. Unfortunately, it's a creature, so this... I have a Swords to Plowshares. I'm not even sure if it's worth it. Now, I would gain life equal to power, which could probably keep me alive if I hit something big. And that's a 5/5 and a 5/5. Obviously, we don't want Chitterfang coming at me again. Well, it didn't last time, but nothing's bigger than Chitterfang. Yeah, nothing's bigger. I mean, Aisi is the same. So what we were saying, play that 1, 2, 3, 4 to go ahead and play Thran Temporal Gateway. Now I can pay 4 and tap this to put a historic permanent card from my hand on the battlefield straight on, which is artifacts, legendaries, sagas, planeswalkers, and so any legendary creature counts. So that's a way to get around the fact that I have no freaking green. And I will do so right meow. 1, 2, 3, 4, tapping that to play Vorinclex. Whenever I tap a land for mana, it produces add 1 mana of any mana that thing could produce. And other people's, when they tap a land, that land doesn't untap during their controllers. Now, it's not going to affect all the tapped lands right now because they were tapped before the effect went into it. I'm almost positive it's like whenever an opponent taps a land, these were tapped precursor. It doesn't count. I will tap a plains, which actually makes an extra white mana, which I don't need. I will go ahead and Swords to Plowshares, Chatterfang, gaining 5 life, which could very well keep me alive in this regard, up to 16. Chatterfang goes over here with 2 extra to cast it next turn, if it makes it around there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 open mana, but it's not mana of any color, it's just open mana, so I unfortunately cannot cast what's in my hand. We will then move to combat. Chatterfang is completely open. we're probably going to be able to kill it. That's colorless, so that does not tick up Ramos, unfortunately. Now the question is, yes, let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, and then another 7 is 14. That's literally just enough to kill Chatterfang, exactly. The question is, do you really need to do it, though? Because we know what's coming. As, you know, he read that out loud, you know, you get to say, what's that card do? It's quite obvious what's going to happen on that turn. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, soon to be 7, 8. That's going to be 8 damage twice. That's going to be 16 damage. I'm not going to survive that. He's not going to survive that. So there's really not even a point in swinging at him. Now, of course, we don't know what other people have. Someone could have a counter spell or you know, a bounce spell or something to destroy the enchantment. Although that's tapped out. That's got 1 black mana. I'm not sure what could do that. My simple thought is, you know my style, I think, by now, if you've been watching any of these videos, that I don't like to, if I'm going to die, I'm going to go die swinging. You don't have flying, so I'm absolutely going to send Ramos at you. There's no point in sending Cabal at you because it won't get through, so I'll send Cabal this way just because. Again, you could stack block, definitely destroy Jin-Gitaxias. Although, it doesn't even matter, really, because that's, by swinging, if you do stack block, you're going to lose shrines. It's the only way to do it, so then, you know, that would help me survive. So yes, I will swing this little 2/2 at you just to get you low enough to make sure you're going to die on the next turn, hopefully. And then these two, you're definitely going to take 7 damage, which is Commander, so that's going to be 34 health after you take the damage. We'll move this over because, well, just in case. I mean, it's just I don't remember what's in people's hands, but just to play it out properly, right? 7 damage. Where did the 7 go there? 7 damage. And then Jin-Gitaxias coming in. Do I want to block? No. Why would I? I know I can kill you guys. Everyone knows that they're going to die. So I'll take the 5. Now that makes it a little easier for him to possibly do something, but so that's 29. We are down to 29 health on the shrines. There is nothing else. There's no end step triggers. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. Here we go. I'm going to stack it so that Upkeep, Sanctum of All, hits first. We're definitely, let's see here, it's this one. Oh yeah, absolutely. Boom. Go Shintai, Ancient of War. Gonna make an extra shrine token. Boom. This is gonna like pretty much get the game almost all but done, really. Oh right, Jin-Gitaxias is on the field, so this hand has to go away no matter what. So there's no responses here. I'm not going to respond. I mean, I should, but I don't have anything. And that's tapped out and no hand, so there's no responses to stop any of this. That comes in, it makes the shrine. Next upkeep trigger. Well, I guess there isn't one. But I do draw a card for a turn. Okay, well, that's cool, that's cool. Let's see, whenever enters the battlefield. So I draw 2 cards. I drew this card off of this entering the battlefield, which is nice because it's not cast, it's enters the battlefield because this is not cast. You may search your library for a card and put it on the battlefield. It doesn't say anything about casting. So cast triggers wouldn't happen off of this effect. Then I draw a card for turn. Then I go to my pre-combat main phase, where each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of shrines I control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody's losing 8, and I'm gaining 8. So let's do this slowly here. 1 goes up to 30, and then another 7, so that's 37 life. Awesome. 16 goes down to 8. Oh man, I think this game is really close to over, guys. 12 8 down to 4. This is at least making up for the ridiculously long first bout, huh? And now this is 28. Now, the nice part is, if an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, that ability triggers an additional time. We've already established I have 7. It's hitting, we already established I have 8. So it triggers, Stonefangs triggers again. I will gain another 8 life up to 45. And boom, 8 life, you're dead. Boom, boom. 8 life, boom, you're dead. Oh gosh, yeah, dead. And then 8 life over here, down to even 20. Boosh. Pretty impressive. Now I need to make sure I can keep 1 mana open so I can trigger this on the end step, which is another great reason why I got it, because some of the other red one I believe is on upkeep, and it would hold, I have to wait turn. Now I can just slam again. Not enough to win, but real, real close. I will go ahead and tap for 2 black and another black to play Underworld Dreams. When an opponent draws a card, when an opponent draws a card, it deals 1 damage to them. I play it an enchantment. I draw a card. Okay, nothing I can do with that quite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't want to play this 4-drop I have because that will screw everything over. But that's good. We're ready there? Okay, I'm not going to bother going to combat. I'm going to move to my end step. I'm going to pay 1. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. When you do, Go Shintai of the Ancient Wars deals X damage to target player or planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines you control. We've already established it's 8. We already established it's going to trigger twice. So you, my Landfall friend, are taking 16 total damage. You are down to les 4, as the French say. I'm pretty sure they don't say that, but whatever. Boom. That's awesome. Shrine's coming out of nowhere for the win with the Ancient Sanctum of All. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw a card. Oh no, when I draw a card, I take a damage. And guess what? I just drew a land. If I play said land, I will draw a card. I could kill myself at this point. Yeah, not... I mean, we can try it. We'll play the land. That's going to make another Scoot Swarm. It's going to make another one of these. And I draw a card. I drew a card, so I take a damage. I'm down to 2 life, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Although this might help. Look at this. Look. Verdant Sun's Avatar. Whenever it enters or another creature enters the battlefield, gain life equal to its toughness, which is 5. I gain 5 life. Kaboom, back up to 7. It's not going to matter, but it might. Who knows, right? We're going to go... Do we go to combat? I mean, we have to. We got to do something. Because they're not going to sacrifice the shrines, because that's the guaranteed win next turn. So yeah, swinging all of this. Now granted, this is actually just going to be 4. We'll just say there's another one over here. And these 2, because why not? Yeah, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, why did I have... Yeah, that's not... Oh, 2. Why is that there? What are you doing? Where is the freaking 1? There it is. It's just a little 1/1. So 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 damage. I mean, you can just take it, right? Don't even bother blocking. 13 damage. 10 goes to 35. Another 3 goes down to 32. You went out swinging. You did what you could. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. Crack, crack. And then another 8 damage. Crack, crack. So overkill by 16 damage. Boom. There we are. Dead. Oh, look. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of match 2 of the best of is Shrines. Well, Shrines won the first match, didn't it? Well, there's your best of best of. What upsets me is that it never functions like this. I've said this before. Every time I play Shrines, I tell you this. But it's the truth. I have never had this go off like this properly against living players. It's always just when I play against myself. Oh, look, Brian, look how awesome we are. Don't you love us? Yes, I love you, Shrine deck. You're so fun. I'm so glad I made you. Cool. Hey, guys, I'm going to play my new Shrines deck. Blah. Poop. No, no Shrines at all. One little enchantment. Wah, wah. Yeah. Annoying. Very annoying. But we will still go ahead and play match 3 because, content. And also, to see what happens. So, what have we learned off of this match? Shrines functioned, once again, against nobody really well. Even Squirrels did really well. It just, kind of got screwed over by, Cataxis and some stuff over there. I mean, there were 3/3 Squirrels. There was 10 of them, for crying out loud. And not pretty early. And I could have continued to sacrifice and hopefully have made more, and which would have beefed them up. Another couple turns, they would have been like 5/5s, and I hopefully could have had a bunch more, or maybe some mutated ones or whatever. So it didn't do. I think Squirrels still performed admirably. Landfall did not. It got a lot of lands out, but not in time to really do anything, because I had to waste landfall spells, or things like cultivate-esque things and cracking the landscape or whatever that land card was before IEC was out, because I wasn't getting any of my mana rocks, which is what you need early on in this deck to function the best, because you need at least 2 good mana rocks out with not missing a land drop to get IEC out a turn or 2 early. Then you play a whole bunch of spells that get you lands, and everything just goes crazy. So that didn't perform as well as it should have. But it did really well first game, so, okay. Legendary. I love my Legendary deck just because it was probably like one of the earliest decks I really came up with and brewed from nothing, and just was like, I'm proud of it in the sense that it's fun and it's not something you really see. Like, no one really plays a hodgepodge of every commander possible. And you can see the symmetry. I mean, you can see that they help each other out when you get a couple good, especially first match, right? When there was all those buff spells within them, each other. Everyone's getting +1/+1 for every other legendary and all that stuff. So it's there. It just, didn't. And the biggest problem was that I didn't get the color I needed. I didn't get any green, let alone the double green needed for Vorinclex, because I had him early. But luckily I got Thran Dynamo, or Thran Temporal Gateway, rather, which circumvents the needs for specific colors, which is great, but you can only do it once per turn. And that was the downfalls. I needed to do it a couple more times before I could get a couple more legendaries out. So, I don't know. What do you think? What are the downfalls of these decks? What should be done to legendary to help it? Should I take 1 or 2 legendary creatures out and put 1 or 2 more mana rocks in to speed it up? I don't know. And like Landfall, it's like same thing. Should it be? I mean, there's tons of mana rocks in here and tons of ramp spells. So that really shouldn't be the issue. But I have lots of good Landfall trigger cards. We just didn't see them. So I don't know. Maybe that was maybe we can't hold this match against it, that kind of thing. Which is why I try and play these matches back to back to really see them. Even though you guys have weeks in between match 1, match 2, and match 3. Because I don't want to bore you with the same decks over and over again. For me, I try to play them together to get a better feel of what the decks can do and what they're lacking. But all right. I'm really glad you were around to watch, if you were watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think about the decks. Did they give you ideas? Did you see any, problems, any ways to fix your own decks that, oh, my deck does that too. Now I see the problem. That's what this is about. It's about learning. It's about getting better at Magic. Really is what this channel is about, and I hope if people watch that they enjoy that and they can tag along and maybe get better at Magic as well.